Hey guys, what's up? This is Pipe Dream here. Thank you for checking out another video. Today I'm going to talk to you about diabetes in the Philippines. So recently we had like a diabetic nightmare, you know. My brother, he's a diabetic, and he flew into the Philippines recently, the other day. He flew in from New York to Manila, right? And so when he landed in Manila, we got a phone call from him, and he was like, "Oh man, he looked really bad, and he was white as a ghost, and he was sick and throwing up." And so what happens is, if you're a diabetic, you really need to listen to this, because I don't know if this is just a one-time thing, if it was just something unique that happened to him, or if this is a common thing for diabetics. Because I never heard this. I watched a lot of stuff. I never heard this. So basically, the readings that he was getting on the plane, they weren't accurate. So what's happening is he's testing his sugar, and he's looking, and the sugar's like 30, 40, like really low. That's dangerously low, right? Like you could fall out. Like when it gets too low, guys, if you don't know this, diabetics will fall out and have a seizure. They'll fall on the ground and have a seizure if the sugar gets too low. So when he reads that his sugar is low, what does he do? He's got to ingest sugar. So he starts eating, drinking some soda, whatever, to get that sugar up. He's by himself. He don't want to fall out on the plane. And he tests the sugar again. It's still low. So he don't understand what's going on. And what happened is he was getting false readings. The readings were not correct. And it caused him to eat more sugar than he ever would have, and it put him into like a DKA. I don't know if you know what DKA is, but it's something diabetics go through when their sugar levels have been too high for too long. And yeah, it made him sick. So like I said, he flew into Manila. We get a phone call, and then we lost service. And you know, a diabetic is like being drunk when I didn't know any of this until I got around him with his diabetes, you know what I mean? I would have never been informed. Like if I just randomly had a friend that had a diabetic problem, I wouldn't have been informed to help them. Like actually the first time I saw my brother crash out, I thought I needed to stick him with that pen or something. I wasn't even sure what to do, but you know, man, we got him some Pop-Tarts and his sugar came up and then he was fine. But once that sugar gets low, it's bad, right? So anyways, guys, he gets to they pulled him out of the plane, wheeled him out. He's sick, it's like having the flu when you go into that DKA. And yeah, we lost contact with him for a long time, which we were thinking like, oh man, what's going on? Is he, you know, we were thinking for the worst, to be honest with you. And but yeah, they took care of him up there in Manila. The airport, I think it was Terminal 1, is what the thing said. They wheeled him out, hooked him up with some IVs, ran the fluids through him, and yeah, got him back on his feet, feeling good. I'm glad, you know, he's my little brother. I'm glad he's doing better. But hey, if you're a diabetic or you know any diabetics, that's something to think about, especially international flights. Like, wow, that was not the time to find out about that. So he knows now, but it's something for you guys to be prepared of. If you get on a plane, if you're a diabetic, like, be aware those readings might not be right, guys. Something about being in the air, it could give you bad readings, and you could, because if you don't know anything about the hospitals and in the Philippines, they're not going to see you without money. You can't just show up and be like, hey, bill me later. I've heard of people jumping out windows, like where the hospital like turns into a prison for some of these people. Like it's like a debtor's jail. Like, oh, you couldn't pay, you know. We just lucky that with his diabetes, it wasn't like he needed some brain scan, or he didn't need a heart scan. He just needed fluids. He just needed fluids ran through him. So that, we were lucky. But you know, we were worrying because we were like, oh man, how long does it take him to get to a hospital? Are they even going to help him? They're just going to let him die? Who knows? You know what I mean? And but those airports, they got like nurses stations or whatever. So right there in the airport, hooked him up to an IV, and yeah, thankful for that. Glad everything's good. Glad he's back on his feet, enjoying his vacation up there with his girlfriend. So good for him, you know. And really, that's about all I got to say, guys. Thank you for watching, checking out another video. Won't ask you to subscribe, but a like would be cool. Hey, we're up to 5 subscribers now, guys. We are winning. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.